All right, what's good? It's your boy Dee Brown LTD. I'm gonna go back into this spiel that I've gone through on part 1, 2, and 3 on how to fix your credit. I'm not a credit guru. I'm not gonna fix your credit for you or anything like that. I'm not here to take your money, but I am here to help you, and I get paid through YouTube, so that helps as well. All of my information has come from people, but mostly from mycreditsystem.com, something I paid $100 for. I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. I don't enjoy paying for stuff. I'm cheap, but this was worth it. And it was something that I needed because I'm a DIY, I'm a do-it-yourself type of guy. I don't like paying people thousands of dollars to do something that I can do myself. When you're paying somebody to fix your credit, you're really paying for their time. Maybe knowledge too, but really their time. So it's a lot cheaper to do it yourself. However, if you do it yourself, you will understand why you pay somebody thousands of dollars to do this for you. So anyway, we'll get started on step 4, which is the dispute process. We've already went over pull your credit report on annualcreditreport.com. We've already went through freeze the secondary credit bureaus, which is AKA the snitches. Which is not Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. There are some other ones like Innovis, LexisNexis, blah, blah, blah. I said blah, blah, blah because the other two don't seem to, they're not in business no more. That's the short term. But anyway, step 3, we just went over that on the part 3 video, which is check for errors, misspelled names, old phone numbers that's not yours, addresses that's old, addresses that's not yours, incorrect information on loans, bankruptcies, evictions, anything that's incorrect, balances, expiration dates, all that good stuff, and just any little thing you can nitpick. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with part 4. I would just like to make sure that y'all can hear me before we get started, if my phone will show me, but it doesn't seem that way. Here we go. Okay, cool. So we're going to get started with this video. It is 6 minutes long. So this video is probably going to be the longest one. And if my camera battery dies, it's okay. If my face goes away, it's cool. The stream will keep going. And we'll go from there. So let's watch this video, the dispute process. This is the biggest part. This is what people like to skip steps and just head right into. But if you didn't watch videos 1, 2, and 3, and you're just skipping here, you're doing yourself a disservice. And you're screwing yourself. So let's go ahead and start the video and see what we get.
Step 4. Start the dispute process. The Fair Credit Reporting Act states that you have the right to receive a copy of your credit report and dispute any items that are inaccurate, outdated, or unverifiable. When you dispute any item on your credit report, the credit reporting companies must conduct a reasonable reinvestigation of the items in question, usually within 30 days.
So when you dispute something, and you basically what you're doing is, let's say that your address is incorrect or it's old. On the dispute process, you will put your name, your social security number, your information, and you say, hey, this address is old. This is the short version. Hey, this address is old. I would like for y'all to remove it. And they'll sit and you mail it certified mail, and we'll go over that. And you mail it certified mail. You get your receipt and tracking number. You send it to the mailing office. You pay like $8, $9. But you're sending it to whatever bureau has it on your MyFICO or your annual credit report. You're sending that mail to Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion, or all 3, or 2 of them. And they're going to send you something back that says what they just said. We're going to conduct an investigation. All right. That's the first thing you'll get back. We're going to conduct an investigation.
In the documents section of this training, you will find a document containing dispute letter templates. There are further detailed instructions on the process of how to respond to disputes. Verification letter. The first dispute letter that you should always send is a verification letter. The verification letter is simply a letter requesting the credit bureaus to verify that the debts in question are accurate and valid. Your letter should identify each item you are disputing, state the facts, and explain why you are disputing the information.
So they say the first thing you should send is a verification letter. I don't know if it's on this list. Not sure. So before you say, hey, this is wrong, I mean, your first one, you should say, hey, this address is wrong. Can you please verify? And then it'll say something like matter of fact, let me just show y'all a different, we'll just do this one. This is not a verification letter though, by the way. Where'd it go? I kind of want to show y'all something. It might not let me. It might be pointless. All right, so what we'll do is if it pops up, I'll stop. But verification letters is just, hey, please verify this. And they'll say, and you can say something like, you have 30 days to do it. We'll go over the actual process, well, the actual terminology. Hopefully this pulls up. Wrong information. This is something else. If you see this address, I don't live here no more. Sorry. All right. So this is not a verification letter, but I thought I was going to have something else on here. Anyway, we'll keep that up just for we'll keep that up anyway. Anyway, I kind of went on a tangent, but let's keep watching the video. The first thing you want to send is a verification letter. Matter of fact, before we do it, let me see if I can Google it. All right, so this is an example. Sorry it took me so long, but this is an example of a verification letter. Because I know I'm a visual person and I do need something to look at. You're going to type your name, address, and the collection agency name and address and things like that, and the account number that you find on this. So whatever it concerns, whether it's a bankruptcy or address or something like that, this is the person you're sending it to. Okay, so if it's an eviction, you're sending it to the eviction company. If it's the wrong address, you're sending it to the credit bureau. You just got to know where you're sending this stuff to. This is not a refusal to pay, but a notice that your claim is disputed and validation is requested. What a lot of people do, a lot of people kind of copy and paste. If you want to Google verification letter and copy and paste, that's fine. But just be like you're in school. Everything's computer generated. They know if you copy and paste this stuff, which is kind of why I didn't want to show you this anyway. But if you copy and paste it, the computer's going to be like, this is not a real person. We ain't verified and shit. I got to keep it honest with you. So if you want to copy and paste, it's cool, but please change this up and sound like a human, man. This is putting a bunch of, what is this, bro? 15 USC section, this chapter, that, bro. We're not doing all that. We're not putting 4 or 5 paragraphs, man. You can put the first sentence. This is not a refusal to pay, but I just want you to validate this for me, please. And then if you want to put under the Fair Debt whatever act or whatever act you want to put on it that you found on Google, you can do that and say I have the right to request validation. Just please be nice. And I'm requesting proof that this is valid. All right. Boom. There we go. All right. Let's keep going.
And ask that the information provider take action to have it removed or corrected. This is also a great time to dispute any names listed on your credit report that you do.
I know I'm stopping this a lot, but when you're putting a verification letter in, this is the first letter that you're going to put in. You want to section this out. The first letter you send needs to be your information. I ain't talking about evictions, medical stuff. I ain't talking about none of the serious things. I'm talking about you. All right? Your name, your address, and your phone numbers, and social security number. Get that handled first. Say, hey, my name is misspelled here. This is not a refusal. My name is misspelled here. I'm asking that y'all will please verify this information as to that's not my name. Please, if you find that this information is incorrect, because what did I say? Put it in your own words. If you find that this information is incorrect, please remove it off my credit report. One more time. Hey, my name is misspelled here. This is a verification letter to make sure that all my information is correct on my credit report. If you find that this information is incorrect, please remove it, please. And you can send that to credit bureaus and be done with it. And when you print that off and put it in the envelope and you're putting all the information on who you're going to send it to, print off your social security card, put it inside the envelope, print off your ID, put it inside the envelope so you can prove it's you.
Not used to identify yourself with. You should have only one spelling of your name. Dispute all other instances of your name or nicknames listed on your credit report. Provide a copy of 2 forms of ID showing the correct listing of your name. If your birth date is listed...
What did I just say? I said social security number and ID. If you want to do your birth certificate, that's fine. Social security number too, that's fine. I did my ID and I did my social security number. Please make this simple. One envelope needs to be about your name. Another envelope needs to be about your addresses. Another envelope needs to be about your phone numbers. Let's not slap everything on there at once.
Incorrectly, provide a copy of your birth certificate to validate your correct birth date. If your social security number is listed incorrectly, provide a copy of your social security card proving the correct number. Whenever possible, include supporting documentation that validates your dispute. Don't forget to include a copy of your credit report with the disputed items circled in red or highlighted in yellow. Each verification dispute letter may be...
And that's a good idea if you want to print it off and highlight what's wrong on this thing with your name and address and stuff like that, do that. But like I said, don't make one verification letter about your name, address, phone number, all in one thing. Section it out. Send one about your name to all 3 bureaus or whoever has it incorrect. Wait for them to remove it. If they don't remove it, there's another step, right? Okay, if they remove it, then we'll go on to the addresses. And if they remove that, then we'll go on to the phone numbers. And those processes, if you step it out step by step, it might take up to 3 months. But we got to get that done first.
Slightly different from the other. Only dispute negative items listed on your Equifax credit report with Equifax, TransUnion with TransUnion, and Experian with Experian. In most cases, the creditor is expected to respond to your claim within 30 to 45 days and to inform you of the results of its investigation.
Hey, we got your verification letter. We will do an investigation. It may take up to 30 days. That's what they'll send you.
Always send your letters by certified mail.
Always send your letters by certified mail. When they send you that back, you're going to get your certified mail little receipt. It's going to show it's signed by somebody or stamped by the company, and it proves that they got your mail.
Return receipt requested, so you can document what the information provider received. Remember,
please save that stuff. Keep it somewhere you can find it.
To include copies of the applicable enclosures and save copies for your files. Method of verification letter. The initial investigation conducted by the credit bureaus is not extremely thorough. It amounts to them contacting the creditor or reporting entity and asking if the information is true. The documentation that the creditor must provide to verify the debt is not typically substantial. So, it's possible that your initial dispute is denied and the inaccurate information remains on your report.
Which is common. It's common. You'll send this to them, you'll say, hey, this is incorrect. And they'll say, no, it's correct. It happens sometimes. A lot of stuff is computer generated, bro. A lot of this stuff is not looked over by humans. So you might have to go through another step.
When that happens, you can escalate the dispute by sending the method of verification letter along with any additional information to make your case. Examples of supporting documentation for a dispute can include letters from the creditor, canceled checks showing payment, bills, or statements that document your case. The method of verification letter addresses Section 611 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It states the credit bureau is required to provide you with a description of the procedure used to determine the accuracy and completeness of the information in your.
So this part of this video is really going over everything. It's not just going over name, address, and phone numbers. I just keep stressing it because that's the first thing you need to do, which at the bottom of here is called an identity dispute letter. So, and I think I already downloaded that and tried to open it, and I think it did open. But I keep stressing that because that's the first thing you need to do. But this video is really expressing for everything. It's expressing for, yeah, like I said, everything, bankruptcies, all that good stuff. So this video is very bland, but it's talking to all situations. Send your verification letter, send your method of verification letter. Method verification letter is, hey, this is incorrect, please verify. If they say it's verified and we won't remove it, then you'll say, okay, method of verification letter, which means, hey, this is proof that this is incorrect. Step 1, please verify. Step 2, I have proof that it's not correct. Please remove it.
Credit report. This includes the business name and address of any furnisher of information that was contacted and the telephone number of such person providing the information. With the method of verification letter, you are asking for documentation that provides clear evidence that supports their first opinion that the dispute in question is accurate. The credit bureau is required to respond within 15 days of receipt of the method of verification letter. Original creditor dispute letter. If the credit bureaus do not respond to your method of verification letter, or your attempts are met with failed results, you can dispute any inaccurate information on your credit report directly with the original creditor.
This did not happen to me, but they have 30 days to respond. If they don't respond, then you can go straight directly to the creditor. You can go directly to Equifax and all those people. You don't have to talk to the person who evicted you anymore. Go straight to them and see if they will remove it.
Your credit report directly with the original creditor. This right is found in Section 623 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. A 623 dispute asks for an investigation of the accuracy of the records on the debt listed on your credit file. If the creditor does not have accurate records pertaining to that debt, then they must remove the negative information on your credit report. Before disputing with the original creditor, the consumer must have disputed with the credit bureaus first. The reason being is because the credit bureaus were supposed to have talked to the original creditor, and the original creditor was supposed to have conducted an investigation. When you go to the original creditor using the 623 dispute letter, you are just merely asking for the original creditor's proof that they must have provided to the credit bureaus during the thorough investigation they were.
When I got evicted, I went straight, I mailed the people who wanted their money for my eviction. And I said, this isn't real, or this isn't true, or this isn't accurate. And then I mailed Equifax or TransUnion or Experian. You go straight to the horse's mouth first, and then you go to the credit bureaus.
Supposed to have made. If they have no proof of negative information, but the credit bureau says that the results of the investigation show the negative information is accurate, then you have the original creditor on an actionable, suable offense. See the document to learn the steps required to dispute with the original creditor. Violation of Fair Credit Reporting Rights Letter. Consumers are entitled to protections under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. When a party violates consumer rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, consumers may be entitled to damages. Several rules are laid out under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. This includes rules as to who can access the report, what can be reported, how long it can be on a credit report, and what must happen if a consumer disputes the information. Violations of the Fair Credit Reporting Act may result in legal action. This letter can be used with both the credit bureau as well as the original creditor.
We're not going to watch the rest of the video because this is not something that was pertaining to me. I didn't have to go sue nobody or go that far into this situation. If you have to go through that situation, please get mycreditsystem.com to see this section, because it is not something that I personally had to do. All right. So, what are we going to do? When you have your information, if this loves me. All right. So, inaccurate identity dispute letter. That's the first thing you want to do. It talks about your name. Your name should be correct and not misspelled. These are the first letters you should send out. Date of birth, that should not be wrong. Social security number, mailing address, employer. All right. This is the template for it. All right. What I'll do is I'll make another video going over this part, and then going over the other ones as well. But I know we just watched a long video with a lot of information. What I wanted you to see, I wanted you to see the video, but I also want y'all to see the first thing that you need to do. So if you didn't get anything else from this video, get this. Your identity needs to be correct first, okay? And we'll start from there, and you can look at this. If you want to copy this, that's fine. Please put it in your own words, though. Upon inspection of my credit report, I've noticed that this information is correct. Instead of saying upon, you can say when I checked my credit report, I saw that some of my information is wrong. My name is misspelled, or my address is this. But don't put all this, don't put name, address, employer, don't put all that stuff on one letter. Just do your name first and send in the letter. And if it comes back, more than likely they'll correct it. That's the easy part. That's the easy part. If they don't correct it, try again. And we can go through the dispute process later, but this is what you want to get handled first, your information. So I appreciate y'all for watching this video. On my next one, we'll kind of go a little bit more in depth on what you need to do, what you need to send, things like that. And I appreciate y'all for watching. So in a moment, I'll be doing the next part 5. All right. So